So what's going on, everybody? This is Alex, the music business coach, and today I am anxiously awaiting the arrival of a old friend of mine. Back in the early days of music before the internet, he was in a group called Brothers of the Same Mind. He goes by the name of MC Class, and it was a Seattle-based rap group, and we all kind of came up together back in the day in Seattle. So awaiting his arrival to come onto the call, and when he do, we're just gonna talk about some things that happened during those times when we were coming up. Some of the things that we've learned on the way. It's been over 20 plus years since this has gone on, and maybe 30 now. We're getting old. So as I'm waiting for him to come onto the line, and we can get down and just have some basic conversations about all the things that he has experienced in his journey in the music business when he started, what pitfalls he was going through, what advice he got, both good and bad, how much money he spent, all of that stuff. So I am looking forward to him arriving. He should be coming on in another minute. So I am texting him, letting him know not to forget us. And we should be good to go from there. So I'm just kind of checking to make sure that we're good to go. I hope he's able to do it. So we shall see. So again, welcome, Alex, the music business coach. And we are this is another part of what I do. Just try to get with individuals to discuss the music business. It's very multifaceted. The music business, you can't say you know everything. I mean, we've all had our pitfalls in this business, and if you're new to the business, which is who I cater to, I want to just try to help give you a head start and giving you some good advice. We didn't have that. We didn't have a lot of people that we could go to back in those days to do that. So it looks like my boy MC Class has joined us. Can you hear me? You want to unmute yourself? Class is connecting. Okay, your audio is connecting. I see you there. I can't hear you.
You can't hear me. When I hear you say nothing, what are you talking about, eh? Come on, get it together.
Gentlemen, the world famous MC Class is
world famous. Where? Not in my world. Show me the money.
Shit. I heard that. So how you doing, man?
I'm good, man. Thanks for the news, man. Japan, huh?
Yeah, no, Japan, Australia. You know the vinyl is seems like it's on sale all over the place. So congratulations.
Well, it's sold out from what they told us that they don't even have any extra copies to give away. So I mean, people are listening.
Extra copy. MC Class. Hey, mine. Okay.
You funny, man. You funny.
Drink was the jam. So
cool drink in the springtime.
Okay, I got mine still unsealed, unopened. So you know the value goes up on it every month. So if it's sold out and you need a copy of it, yes, hit me on alexthemusicbusinesscoach.com and I got it for $500-600.
Is that all? That's a bargain. Hey, these guys don't know a bargain when they see one. Come on, eat it up.
So man, you know, like we were saying before, I kind of wanted to bring you on just to talk about we'll just talk about your journey in the music business and the things that you're facing coming up as a part of Brothers of the Same Mind, and also as a solo artist. You know, you have had your, you've taken your lumps, man. You've paid your dues. You've done a lot of stuff in the business, and you're still pushing through. I admire that.
Well, thank you. Let me see your shirt so I can say it. This shit ain't easy.
Ain't easy. Definitely not easy, boy. That's why I wear it. So whatever you know that no matter what you do in this business, it ain't easy.
Oh man, this is a jacked up business if you are depending on other people. I mean, it's hard to depend on other people. They're always going to disappoint you.
Sure.
Always.
Okay.
So you have to know more than the guy you hiring. And sometimes that's not easy. I mean, if you could trust, oh, no man, what did I do?
All right, I can still see you and hear you.
Oh, I'm like being illiterate with this technology. You're technical, you literate.
Age people.
Yeah. But I wanted to change the mic, but the mic looks good, I guess. I sound good, I guess.
Good.
But anyway, it's very difficult to maneuver through the business if you don't understand how the business works, because everybody wants to be the artist, but nobody wants to do the business, and that's the whole thing about being an artist is the business.
Right.
And I took more lumps than most, and we never saw a dime from it. But I was smart enough to go to school to educate myself on not only the technical aspect, but the business aspect of both music and film.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I've suffered severe depression over it for many years because I felt cheated, as most Black folks feel anyway. Where's mine? It worked so hard. Where is mine? They ain't giving you shit. Shit.
You know it. You know it. I mean, and you're right, man. I mean, if you coming up back in the days, especially before the internet, we were all hard copy. We were a hard copy business. Everything was cassette. Everything was 45 or 12-inch. There was no emailing. There was more put it in the snail mail and hoping that whatever label you're pushing it to is not going to send it back to you.
Right.
Just really
Unsolicited material.
the whole thing and push it to radio. And then there's the dark side of radio as well, just trying to get your music played on radio. So it was tough. And on top of that, trying to deal with managers, attorneys, trying to deal with other group members. The whole dynamics of it is crazy. And if you don't have your business in order, if you come out of the gate without some sort of strategy or some kind of plan, then it really does make things really difficult. And then the bigger your group is, the more difficult it is to come out, because now you got 3 to 4 or 5 people in the group with all different ideas and opinions as to how this project should be laid out. So it's never easy. And then the person who's financing it always has the final say, which is usually the record label. Back in our day, it was the label that was
Right.
holding us down. And sometimes they wasn't making sound decisions for various reasons. It could be education, it could be just the way that the market was, it could be greed, it could be a number of things that happen in the music business. Is not all nice, but just like you said earlier, it is the music business. And 90% of what we do is business and 10% is show. So when you look at the music business, or when you look at show business, if you don't have your business handled, you don't have your paperwork in order, then you're definitely going to have some hard knocks that you have to deal with. Not to say that that's going to keep you from having hard knocks, because even with the paperwork, sometimes that happens. But there's always a good safety net to have your paperwork in order. So when things do start to tumble down, you can always go back and say, hey, look, this isn't personal. This is what we discussed as a business that we were going to handle, be it percentages or royalties, or how much of those royalties that you're getting, copyrights, sound recording rights, all of that stuff plays a huge factor. So if that's not in order, then yeah, it does kind of get a little depressing, bro. No doubt about it.
A little. You're pretty nice for words.
Hey, it's crazy. So I know
I got,
I know you moved from LA to Atlanta, and I understand that you loving the ATL. It's being good to you so far, so that's good.
Well, I mean, realistically, I became an introvert. Now you remember me, I was on stage with the greatest artists ever.
Mm-hmm.
And I just became introverted and just like my space. I don't tell nobody anything. I don't even talk. I don't tell people I rap.
Oh wow, okay.
Out here in Atlanta, it's like, ah man, yeah, I rap. I'm a movie star and all that. I done been there, done that, but I'm low key about it because I'm like, yo, it doesn't matter till the check is signed.
There you go. Exactly.
And even when the check is signed, I like to keep my peace because I live way out, so I won't be in the midst of you know angry people because people get mad at you when you make it.
Yeah.
Because when you make it, you did something they wanted to do, and it's not fair that they didn't do it. So you should pay, make him pay.
True.
So,
That is so true.
and it's stupid, but it is what it is, and I understand. Um, I understand. I got rappers PTSD. I'm doing a song about it. It's a real thing. I mean, you were shell shocked from all the shit you went through, and then you know, like my generation, a lot of us don't even want to listen to the radio,
Wow.
don't want to watch the TV, don't want to watch the award shows. I went through it. I was like, man, fuck the mother. And then when I'm on the records, I'm Mr. Positive. But the reality is, man, I suffered through this too. I mean, it was like, y'all don't, a lot of these kids don't pay homage to the ones who started it. And it's like, but then the reality is, should they have to? I mean, we need to come up with something for us,
Yeah.
you know.
Well, I think if these up and coming artists, if they were really serious about the craft, I think it only makes sense to honor who came before you, But unfortunately, like you mentioned, the technology has made it so easy for these guys to step into this arena because they got a home studio or they got a drum machine and
Mhm.
they kick something out and they throw it out there, and they have their feelers out there hoping that something's going to happen. And of course, just like anything in this business, that's like one in a million shot there that something like that will happen. Not everybody can be a little Nas X and throw something out there and it blows up like that. So it would be incredible for them to know that, but sometimes these young cats don't have the interest of going back and looking at, people like Public Enemy and, going all the way back to, the Sugar Hill Gang and,
They
all,
don't want to hear that.
so it's just sad. And because of that, they're also not going back and seeing the mistakes that these artists have made coming out of the box, from the Sugar Hill Gang. And then you look at, TLC and later on down the line and Tony Braxton and all these artists who came out and then they went bankrupt or they had some sort of problems with their record deals. And I'm sure there's a lot of artists out there that screwed themselves by signing a record deal. So it's just it's not a good place to be. And if you can come out of the box with the right plan, the right strategy, doing what you need to do first instead of getting caught up in the limelight of it all, you may be able to save yourself some of that, uh, uh, drama and depression that comes along with it when you realize that there's somebody making three times as much money off of your project than you are. You know,
Right.
the author of it. you know, it's, I've watched you, man, come up and for all of you guys who don't know MC Class from Baychester Projects out in New York, brother, as his music is well ahead of his time. He's got a few projects out. Black Rose, one of my favorite ones. That was, I think, that was your first solo project. If I'm no,
It was a second. It was second.
that was the second one. Okay,
Uh,
so, but that was my personal favorite, Black Rose. I still play that today. And then he also kind of jumped off another project with group Damage Control, and Damage
right.
Control has got a hip hop jazz fusion to it that's real nice. And again, ahead of its time. So you have to go to mcclassmusic.com and you can take a listen to all of that, and you'll be able to get the directions to his music. You'll be able to reach out to him if you interested in booking him or anything of that nature, because the brother's got skills, which happens to be one of my favorite songs on that album.
You got skills. Yeah.
One of my favorites on that album. So what I wanted you to do for me though is
Oh, hey, wait a minute. Jane Getz is on Who's Got Skills. She's like, oh no, she's on I Am.
oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So tell me something about, like when you were signing with, your first record deal. Okay. Tell me
Which
what
one?
was happening
You
during
talk about the one where we with his guns on the table?
time. We can go back and, memory lane here. You can relive the horror.
Sign the fucking deal. I don't want to see your fucking attorney again.
On the table, man, and
That shit was hilarious.
that's crazy. That's crazy.
I wasn't even mad at him. I mean, everybody wants to get paid. I mean, he wanted to be the manager and the record label. And it's like, you the one who hooked me up with the attorney. And he was like, this is not a good deal. And I knew it just by reading the contract. I'm like, wait a minute. So if I have a problem with my manager, then I'm going to the label. And if I have a problem with the label, I'm going to my manager, and it's the same person. And there were major deals that got blown. Def Jam, Warner Brothers. It came out that these guys wanted us, and we never knew because we didn't sign the deal. So yeah, I could have been famous, big time famous. I mean, they were pitting us against Will Smith's Summertime when we were Cool Drinking in Springtime. So that's millions of dollars that were lost. And I remember when we signed with the management company, Ben was like, I was like, so what do you think? He said, well, he can't hurt us. And that's wrong. You could be, your whole career can end with one signature.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you and I know that the brothers are going to blow up now, but this is 30 years later. But then we have product, and then the new album is just going to fucking blow everybody's head off because we picked up where we left off. We didn't just like diss each other. That's like my family. That's my miniature family. Now we all kind of business, but I talk to Swift every day. I've been talking to Swift every day since, man, I can't even remember when I was in LA.
Okay.
He helped me on my solo project. Me and Swift, that's my man. We tight. And Ben, he's the bomb. I got so much respect for Sing Q. I mean, this brother, he's on the boat, rocking, writing lyrics. He's like,
Right.
I mean, it's a cold dude. And Mellow Touch, he's always been just cool and mellow and on point. But the brothers now, we know this is not a joke. That we're doing something we've never done before. I don't think it's ever been done before. Where I got somebody putting electricity in my garage right now, and I'm over here talking to you. I haven't even seen him. He's in there, so I'm like, but it's just the fact that we still tight. So, and that's going to be hard for a lot of groups because if you're in it for the money, your career is over already.
Yeah.
you know, the brothers means the brothers. It's like family. I respect all of them, and we battle each other. I mean, St. Q, he wrote some lyrics, and I'm like, man, fuck you. I'm gonna fucking outdo your ass. And then we battle each other like that. But it has always been like that. But we're tight with each other. It's just that when we get into that competitive mode, we strengthen each other with that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so this guy left. He didn't even call me. Wonder if I get a bill or not. But you know, I might have to call him in the middle of this, but huh?
Go ahead. I'm listening. I said that's cool.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
think?
Oh, yeah. So hold on, I gotta call him, man. It's like one of the coolest heating guys ever. You one of the coolest heating guys ever, man. You live with me on this video chat. You are the man, dude.
I got you. You good. I'm almost finished. I got my wife bringing me the break, and that's why we got to add a beat up where she's about 2 minutes away, and I'll put your new break in. I'll be finished with you.
Yo, this is Moss Heating and Air. This guy is phenomenal, and dude came at 12 midnight last night to fix my heat.
Wow.
Nobody does that. And see, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about integrity about your business. And he's a prime example of that. And you hearing this live. So say hi to the people.
That's hey everybody, how y'all doing?
But they ain't gonna answer you back.
Let's say hey to the people. You say you got me. I thought you had me on the freeway or something. You got me on video call?
No, I got you on. I'm doing a video with a really great manager who knows all about the music business, Alex Griffin. He is amazing. Yes. And he's asking me questions about the business because I'm with a 35-year-old veteran in it.
Yeah,
something like that. So I've been in the music business forever. So we talking about that, and you just so happen to pop up. You know, Mr. John Moss, excellent heating company. I mean, he will come, he will do the work, and he will not rip your head off. So I'm glad to have you here, but I got to finish this interview. Let me know. Text me. I'll call you back.
Sounds good, bro.
All right, man. Peace.
Yeah, so we went from the music business to the heating business. Look how we
roll. But listen here. It's really all the same business. It's how you treat other clients or how you treat your customers. It's the same as the music business. If you talking to people like, man, fuck you and sign a goddamn contract, well, that's going to give you one result. Or that, like watching Wu-Tang, where the guy's like, look, I'll give you creative control. You do you and let us push the record. That's a completely different situation. Mm-hmm. But businesses don't understand that you will keep your employees if you treat them right and pay them right, versus not paying them enough money to survive. You killing yourself. Yeah. Look at how many businesses is folding now because they can't get anybody to come to work.
Yeah.
People are tired of getting fucked over. And yep. Especially the artists. We are the first ones to get fucked. Artists. Mm-hmm. Everybody else is second. Artists get fucked first because they putting out the more spiritual energy to the universe and they're not getting anything back from it.
Well, then too, it's important to understand that, you know, a lot of the artists, they kind of screwing themselves because they're not reading the contracts. They're not, you know, picking a manager and an attorney that's going to make sure that they get the best deal from the record labels or whatever the situation may be, even if it's something simple as a concert promoter. You know, everything needs to be checked, double checked, you know, I's dotted and T's crossed type thing. But sometimes artists get so wrapped up in the show part that the business, they don't want to have nothing to do with it.
I don't think that's it. I think they get scared. They're scared to trust someone else. Well, they think they could do it all themselves.
Definitely a part of it as well. But the initial thing is they're scared because they don't know, you know, and they trust people who sometimes don't know. You know?
Yeah. Right.
don't know either. So, you know, you
Right,
got blind
right.
lead blind in a sense. And then all of a sudden, when it comes down to you realize that you just stiffed yourself because you didn't read the contract, you can't really blame the record label because the record label
No,
is going to look out after the record label. You know, and what you mentioned earlier, the conflict of interest when it comes to your record label and your manager being the same person, you ain't got nobody fighting for you. So that's red flag number one, you know, when your record label and your manager is the same person, or when your attorney and your manager is the same person, you know, and it's just not good, you know, and conflict of interest exists in the music business on so many levels that people are just trying to trust the people who are closer to them, but the people who are closer to them don't know what they talk about either.
right, right, true. But then here's the deal. When you when you hire somebody that knows what they're talking about and you could trust them, then you could focus on being creative. But if you hire somebody that you can't trust, you looking over your shoulder, it's like double duty. And then you don't know what they doing. See, the deal that me and the brothers have, we 50-50, boom, all the way around. So how are we gonna compete against each other? We are the label. But we decided to do that because we don't want nobody screwing us
Right.
again.
Right. You know, and then at the same
You
time,
know?
even deeper on that 50-50 or third and the third and the third, or however it's broken down for an equal split, you got to also think about what happens if in this middle of this project, one of the members leave and didn't complete the project.
You can't leave.
All that verbiage has to be.
Hey, this guy over here, he's trying to leave. Hey, what do we do to people that try to leave, huh?
You know, and now you got his share. He was only involved with 3 songs out of the 20, you know, so why should he get 50% of the whole project when he was only there for 3 songs? Then how you handle that, you know? So it's a lot of variables that you got to look at from, you know, from the beginning to the end to make sure that everybody's happy and take care of everybody, get their fair share. Everybody make sure that no one feels, you know, like, okay, he's getting over on the group now, you know, because we friends and we trust each other. You know, at the end of the day, it's all about business. It always will be, no matter how much you love each other. You know, make sure you read that stuff. Make sure you
Right.
every scenario, you know, to make sure that you're gonna get your money at the end of the day. So,
Well,
like,
that's why
go ahead.
you go ahead, man. I don't want to break into
I'm
you
about to
because
say what
you
I told you before. Nobody cares when it's twos and fews that you make it. But when you start making, you know, thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions, now everybody is like fine tuning. Everybody is really wanting to look at the paperwork and really trying to dissect what it means and all of that stuff. So when you do your agreement, you got to do your agreement like you already know you're going to be making hundreds of thousands of millions of dollars to make sure
right.
it's tight. You know what I mean?
Well, you got to do it up front. You do all your paperwork up front before you even do anything. Now, we have a unique situation where we've been in the game for over 30 something years and we all got our own thing. I mean, I could put out a record tomorrow. Well, now I can't because the pressing plants will have you dated back a year because the major labels decided to go press all their stuff up to keep the little man from getting his piece. But that's a whole nother story, and I don't have to go there. You got 9 months at least to wait to have your records cut.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's you got to do the business, even if you don't want to do the business. And the hardest thing to do is you give somebody a contract and they be like, the fuck is this?
Right.
You be like, well, this is an agreement between you and me, so we won't end up fucking each other over. You be like, I ain't signing that shit. Well, yeah, I understand how you feel, but we can't go any further if you don't sign. Well, let me see my lawyer. All right, well, you have a certain period of time to do it because we have to have this done by nigga, you rushing me, motherfucker? Nah, man, I'm just telling you, we gotta get this done so we could move on with the project. Be like, you know, that's the hardest thing, man. No, we don't want to be reliable. I mean, we don't want to be what is not reliable. What is the word? Liable for making a mistake.
Right. Right.
Because you was like, well, damn, I didn't know that. Well, Why did you not take this to an attorney? Why did you not negotiate the deal up front? Now, the difference between me and the brothers is we've done this years ago. So everybody know what's going to be, even though I still got to put it on paper. It's like everybody know what's going to be because this is how the brothers was going to do it in the first place. But Black Joe got his own thing. He got his own editing company. I got my own music and film company. Swift, he's doing his own thing. He's producing. B-Max, he's producing. And St. Q, I'm quite sure he's going to start writing some things. He's a phenomenal writer, man. This guy could write his ass off. And, you know, and Mellow Touch, he is just mentally, he's on point. You know, so you talking about, but you talking about 30-year plus. Now, our generation's supposed to have, you know, you hear comedians saying, oh, I ain't gonna be rapping at 50. Well, you know, they telling jokes, but that's, you just, why didn't you say that to someone like Elvis or the Rolling Stones? Why it's gotta be like that in hip hop? I mean, I still got it. CL Smooth and all of them still got it. Nice and Smooth, all of them still got it. Well, we just died because we got older? Are you serious? Is that the thinking?
Right. That's a good
point. You know, but the young kids don't know, so they could get fucked over easily. And then we're not liable. We're not the ones they saw after because we know how to read a contract and we know what's good and what's not and when we getting screwed. So why would you even talk to us when you could talk to a 7-year-old and get him to sign his life away and his grandkids?
I got you, bro. I appreciate you, man. You know, like I said, we've been friends for over 25, 30 plus years. And, you know, we've been up and down at the same time and we still kicking, man. You know, we still kicking. This business has been crazy. You know, there's been moments that has been really good. We've been riding high, and then there's moments that we want to shoot everybody involved.
Did she write the paper? Shoot her too. Who made this coffee? I want him killed.
I can't tell you how much money has been spent in this business over the years. It's crazy. It's just absolutely crazy amount of money that's been spent. You know,
you have no idea. You do have an idea. You know what I got.
Heck yeah. You know, I mean, just like you.
This damn printer don't work. This is a $5,000 printer. It does not work. They told me it's gonna cost me $400. I just bought it for $1,000.
What?
And they ripping my head off. I'm not gonna say the company. It has 2 names, 2 letters.
Oh, okay. The company has. Okay, we're gonna have to rack our brains about that one.
Yeah, that's an easy one. But I mean, it's like no one puts. They don't even respect their own product. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to back their own stuff. They taking risks. Just music, the film business is the same. You gambling on a movie.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It could make it, it could not.
For sure, you know. And again, it all gonna fall down to how you got your paperwork, how you got your business laid out more so than anything. Because there have been agencies in the filming business that makes money because it was a flop. You know what I mean?
Right.
So there's so many different angles that you can play, but you just got to make sure that you know what you want to do before you come out of the gate. You know, instead of it being a ready shoot aim situation. You know, because most of us come out with like ready shoot aim, and then we try to figure out, okay, I got this great project, but I don't really know what to do. I don't really know how to do it. And then they waste a lot of time and money trying to figure it out, and they make it along the way. So, you know, but it's all good. So tell me before we finish this up here, because I think we're about almost done. When can we expect the brothers' new project to hit the market?
You'll get it when it's good and ready.
Because, you know, you be having them brothers talking about, yeah, it's coming out soon.
Yo, we don't do that shit.
Plane
You
came
know
out.
how it works. You got to deal with the pressing plant. You got to deal with the people who make the lacquers. Then you got to deal with having it pressed up, and they be like,
So wait a minute, is this
here in.
vinyl? Is this just going to be a vinyl project, or is it going to be digital also?
It's going right now. My part is to take care of the copyrights and the digital distribution.
Okay.
Ben's part is to do the 45s and limited edition and get it to the people. In fact, he's texting all of us now. Pricing and minimum. Okay, so so artwork, and I need to talk to him about the artwork. Mm-hmm. We working together as a business. I got something, use this. I got the clearance for this. Everybody's doing their part. There's nobody sitting around doing nothing. So everybody's doing their part. I'm not saying a date.
Okay.
Because we don't really know when it's coming out. I do know the one from Europe is coming in a couple of weeks. So I'm going to give you that. And then we'll have another interview. That'll be on vinyl. And then you'll be able to say something about that in the CD.
Okay.
But the New Brothers record, well, that is the newest one, but it's coming from overseas.
Okay.
And whenever DHL sends it, then I'll know whatever, you know what I'm saying? But then the New Brothers after 30 years, that one, we don't really have a date, but it's coming. Okay. And it's dope. And I decided I'm going all out verbally.
Well, guys, at least plan on to releasing a single while we're waiting for the full to be done?
Or the thing, that's what we're working on, but we don't know the drop date because it's not up to us. It's up to the pressing plant.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, as far as the digital version is concerned, I mean, if you want to release, then
I'll get to it, but I'm good and ready. Just hold your britches, young man. I haven't, I have to talk to the brothers about when we're gonna do it because I do the digital part, the distribution, and deciding who, I'm Mr. Paperwork. But if they do something that I can't do, I'll be like, oh, go ahead, because that's less on me. Mm-hmm. But I handle the business part to make sure nobody gets fucked in any area. Mm-hmm. So, but that's me, and I work with jazz artists too. So I'm trying to get him movie deals. So I'm moving around the chessboard in a different manner. Mm-hmm. So in terms of the brothers, I can't tell you how that is going because I'm not in charge of that. Okay. I roll with whoever has the idea. Right now, Ben has the idea. He's like, this is what I want to do. This is why I want to do it. And then we talk to the brothers and we all discuss it. And you're like, well, yeah, well, no. And then we all got a yes, move forward. We all have to agree, period. Or nothing moves. Gotcha. So in terms of the date, I can't tell you because I don't know when the pressing is gonna come, but it will be on 45 limited edition. Okay. And then it'll be streaming. Okay. But I want to make sure I do the streaming right. I don't want to just be putting out material every month or every week and ain't nobody listening to it. Mm-hmm. You saw I did a dope video with Hip Hop's Damage Control. I couldn't even push it because it take money to push the stuff. Mm-hmm. For sure. So you have to have a business plan for every project. For sure. And that's why they come to you, because you know what to do.
Exactly. That was the latest episode that I'm just releasing today, talking about strategies and music business planning for each project that you do, because so many people are out there just at a loss of, spent all this time, effort, and money getting this project ready for market. But now, what am I going to do? I don't know what to do. I don't have a budget. I don't have this. I don't have that. So now everything just goes out there a little sloppy, and then you're not getting your returns on your investment of what you've already put into it. So, yeah, man, it's tough. It's tough, and it's trying to, you know, learn from others. You know, learn from our own mistakes from the past, and try not to repeat them, and then try to help the ones coming up not to make those same mistakes. So,
if they open to listen.
if they open and listen, exactly, exactly, you can lead a horse to water. So, you know, hey, if they get online and they book a session, then hey, they ready to do some things, you know, and I'm ready to
Right.
help. So, but yeah, man. But again, I appreciate you. That's my homeboy, Robert Bassett, a.k.a. MC.
What? You tell my government name? Man, get it together, brother. I'm MC Clyde.
Productions, okay, the hip hop damage control, all of that. I mean, you can find this brother on Instagram. You can find him also on Facebook, YouTube, all over the place. You Google MC Class and you will see him. You Google damage control, you will find him. The brother's all over the internet. So thank you so much, Class, for doing this with me. I mean, you're the first, you know. I gotta use the best first, you know.
Hey, man, I love your attitude. You got to get Ishmael on from Diggable Planets.
Hey, bro, you let me know. Let's knock it out. So, you know, when
Shabazz Policies. I'm sorry. It's Shabazz Policies.
next time, though, man, you know, we can probably get some of the other brothers on the call with us, you know.
Okay.
We can just do a Zoom with all of them or two or three of them, whatever the case may be. And, you know, if you find some of the fellas from the old days, was it D? What was his name? J Rod or D Rod? What was his
Yeah,
name?
J Rod. Yeah. PD2 got a new album coming out too.
Be able to talk to those cats and see how they do it, and seeing how they've been, you know, profitable in their game too. So it's all good, man. But again, I'm not going to keep you. I know you're a busy man. You need to go out in your garage and turn on your heat.
Ooh, I can feel it now. Matter of fact, I gotta turn this bad boy off. Now it's hot in here. I feel like a hamburger. You ever felt a hamburger after it's done? That's how I feel right now.
So let's be in touch, all right?
All right, Mr. Alex Griffin.
There you go.
Yo, he's the greatest. He saved my career. Shoot. You have no idea.
You guys take care, man. I'll talk with you soon.
All right, bro. Peace.
Peace.